but I'll find your love once we gone.
Hey, this issue of Macworld is pretty fantastic, man. You should check it out. It's a lot of fun. I generally don't like Macworld that much, but this issue, man, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's like desk tours and stuff like that. It's pretty fantastic, man. Again, welcome to a new episode of How Did It Evolve. This is the third episode. The series is going strong. Everybody's happy. Nobody got hurt. I like it. I like that. I like that. In this video, we're gonna mainly focus on liquid cooling because liquid cooling is something which everybody's doing nowadays. Like even my PC is liquid cooled. It's something everybody does. And the irony is that in the intro you saw Macworld. So that's what we do at Tech Agent. We bring two things together. PCs and Macs. That's what we do. Not a lot of Macs, but PCs mainly. So let's talk about liquid cooling and how has it evolved. Now let's say the liquid cooling has been out since the 50s. There was the Cray 2 which used liquid cooling, and that's how it started. Now if your computer is liquid cooled, we have to thank overclockers. Because of them, liquid cooling has become mainstream for consumers. Because in the late 60s, in the 70s, liquid cooling was mainly for servers and mainframe computers. It was not that famous for consumers. It became famous because of two aspects. One is AMD and one is overclockers. Because of AMD and overclockers, we are having having liquid cooling systems in our computers nowadays. So the Cray 2 was the first computer to have liquid cooling. Now the liquid coolant which is being used is generally having a lot of water. The content of water is higher, and there are a lot of metals which act as an anti-corrosive agent. Let's say that the freezing point is generally -8, -9, -10, not more than that. It's -10 is the safe way to say that that's the freezing point of the coolant which is being used in the liquid cooling systems. Now let's talk about the evolution, because that is all we are going to talk about in this video. That's the main reason we are making this video, the evolution. Now I believe in the 50s, the Cray 2 came, which was the first liquid cooling system. Then came the Aquasar by IBM. That I don't remember the date, but also that was also a liquid cooling system. In 2000, in the 20th century, the main evolution of liquid cooling happened, and that thanks to AMD. Now AMD, as we know, is notorious for temperatures, and they are easily overclockable. So a lot of people do AMD when it comes to overclocking and just crazy stuff. But compared to Intel's, AMD can go to a higher temperature and a higher voltage because of their design. Now I am planning to make another video about microprocessors, and I'll talk about the design, so you can get the link in the future videos. But now we just gonna talk about some small things, some aspects of how liquid cooling has evolved. So AMD released the Athlon in 2000. The Athlon was important because it was very high temperature. So AMD itself made closed loop liquid cooling systems for the Athlon, and that's how it really started. In 2005 or in 2006, let's say, liquid cooling became famous among overclockers. So overclockers implemented liquid cooling, not closed loop, but normal liquid cooling with the tubes and everything. In 2008, I believe companies like Cooler Master, NZXT came in 2011, Corsair and Thermaltake. These companies started making closed loop water cooling systems in, I believe, 2006, 2007, and during that time it became very famous among consumers. Now in 2012, 2011, it has become so mainstream that it's so easy to install liquid cooling systems. At that time it was a bit difficult because the technology was not that evolved. Like it was hard to implement everything, and it was not that well laid out. Now it is, and now it's so easy. Anybody can put a liquid cooling system in their computers without any problem. So it was pretty easy, and at that time it was also expensive. So those two things were the main reason how liquid cooling mainly evolved. It's a lot of fun. Liquid cooling is a lot of fun. Air cooling, on the other hand, was still going on, but that was the main reason liquid cooling has evolved. We're going to talk about Power Mac. Now, Power Mac was the first Apple device to be liquid cooled. Now, Power Mac G5, I believe, yeah, the Power Mac G5 was liquid cooled, and which was a standard for Power Macs at that time. And then Dell with their XPS series came out in 2006, I believe, with liquid cooling systems. So that is the main step how liquid cooling evolved in the PC industry. That that is pretty much it, guys. It was a short episode. I think an informative episode for you all, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. The next video is gonna be about microprocessors. We're gonna talk about AMD as well as Intel, or I'll break it up into two episodes, one for AMD and one for Intel. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This was the third episode of How Did It Evolve. Anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe. It's free. A lot of people think it's paid, but it is free. So you can just subscribe and you'll get these videos. Check out my older How Did It Evolve videos, which are more informative. This is relatively short because there is not a lot of information about this specific topic. So I tried to cover whatever I could. But again, check out my previous videos. I had talked about video connectors and planar magnetic and electrostatic headphones. A lot of neat stuff. Check it out, and I'll see you next time.